5 best passports that any person can obtain in a short period, either through investment, donation, or by staying within a country. First, we must mention Malta. Many people consider this option if they cannot get a really good passport like Spain in just 2 years for Latinos, but still want to obtain one of the best passports in the world without needing a visa for the US, just de esta, or because they want to go to Canada, Australia, or China without a visa. The program costs approximately 1,100,000 euros for a family of 4, and the issuance time is about 1.5 years. The only problem I see is that right now the program is changing. You have a CBI, or you had a CBI, okay, and now they are changing to a CBE. Citizenship by exception, citizenship by merit, citizenship by declarational degree, citizenship by distinction, and now in this program, maybe you need to be a US citizen, maybe you need to be a European citizen, and this would be difficult, for example, for a Pakistani citizen that doesn't have any golden visa in the Schengen access, any residency in UK, any residency in the US, or maybe access to the US with a visa, okay? That's the issue, if you don't have anything more and you have a bad passport in terms of getting another one. However, I should mention that Malta is not the only EU country that offers this. Countries like Slovakia, Hungary, Slovenia, or Austria also offer similar paths, not through donation but through investments of similar amounts within the country in underdeveloped areas, recognizing you as a new citizen through honorable means. In fact, even Austria offers this. They usually need around 2 to 10 million euros in order to get you naturalized as their citizen. These cases are usually handled discretionary and are not public investment programs like those in the Caribbean or El Salvador. Continuing within the European Union, we have Portugal with a golden visa, as it doesn't require you to live there long each year, just 1 or 2 weeks per year, and in 5 years you can apply for Portuguese citizenship. Let's say it's a longer naturalization process than in Spain, but it requires less physical presence because many people either can't spend 9 months per year in Spain or don't want to become Spanish tax residents, since the taxes during those 2 years might not be worthwhile. To obtain the Portuguese golden visa, the real estate option is no longer available, but investment in funds remains, which is good because it's an investment of 500,000 euros, not a donation. So in 5 years, when you get the passport, you recover your investment from the fund. We know that they are going to change to 5 years to 10 years in order to get the passport. So for me, Portugal is an option, but it wouldn't be the first option. Still in Europe, but outside the European Union, we have Serbia. In Serbia, you can get the citizenship depending on your profile, where you are from, and your profession, by exception, just like in Hungary or Slovakia. In less than 1 year, you can have your passport in your hand. In fact, even in less than 6 months in some cases. And you don't have to live there permanently, but you have to visit the country. Of course, the price is lower than Hungary or Austria. We are talking about less than 1 million, less than half million, okay? But not 100k. Going to America, we can get Mexico or Argentina citizenship by exception in less than a year, just if we met some requirements to be accepted by exception. More or less, the investment or donation needed is between $300,000 to $500,000, depending on your profile, global reputation, and businesses. For example, in Argentina, we have processed real examples of individuals who have obtained Argentine citizenship without the minimum 2-year stay, did so through projects involving significant local job creation, genuine support for reputable NGOs, local education programs, and environmental innovations initiatives. Now, I don't want to mention one specific country, but rather encourage you to take advantage of the possibility of obtaining a second citizenship if your country has a bilateral agreement that shortens the required residency period. For example, I'm Spanish, okay? If I go to Mexico or El Salvador, I don't need to spend 4, 5, or 6 years there. In just 2 years, I can have it done. The same applies to Latin American countries like Brazil and the community of Portuguese language countries, or El Salvador with Spanish-speaking nations. These are the main options I see in this video. Of course, there are many more, and we will talk about them in future videos. For now, if you need help obtaining a second citizenship, I invite you to fill out the form in the description so we can know which one you are looking for.